NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here.
And I miss you too, Ernie.
And I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here,
I
too.
miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. The action tonight will be happening out in Phoenix, where the Suns will be going up against the...
With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. And before we...
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we know Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni was
Wilton, tú que dijiste que iba a trapear el piso conmigo, ya tú sabes. Te vi en la costilla.
Players thinking about all the possibilities ahead.
No doubt. It's a time of tremendous optimism for both the teams and the fans of these teams. And the culmination of the work you put into the offseason, who's improved their level, who's added a dimension to their offensive game. We're all salad this year.
Cannot wait. And it's the Suns to start out. Now here's Billups and the Houston Rockets starting five. We've got Devin Booker. Hialeah is out there with Irving. Then it's Kareem, and it's West in at the point guard. Kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. On the wing, Booker. Three-pointer. Chamberlain with the rebound. And it's the Suns' ball. Gay outside. Tries from 10. Chamberlain the pass to Gay. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And really the strength of Gay is impressive. Easily bouncing off the defense while still finishing the shot.
Inside, Abdul-Jabbar. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Will Chamberlain picks one up. For the Suns, certainly a lot of chemistry questions, from coaching changes to unhappy players wanting out. Doris, how do they turn it around?
Well, you know this, Kevin. Organizations that win have great ownership and then great front office personnel. But the bottom line is it's about collecting great individual talent in the NBA, because this is a players' league, Kevin.
He misses the free throw.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
And he's good on the second. And it's Phoenix's ball. About a minute played so far here in the first. It's stolen by West. Puts it up from 15. Misses off the right iron.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. They'll take that every time.
And Gay has great length down on the block there. Fantastic at just jumping on opportunities to score when he's down low.
Booker with it. Picked up by Portis. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is the foul of the game. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Abdul-Jabbar kicks to Irving. Plenty of space. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
Well, I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
And that one's good by Gay. The Suns coach Igor Kokoshkov has coached Slovenia to the 2017 Eurobasket title. Doris, the country's first ever European title. It certainly helped put his name on the map.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. This young man has had great success internationally and as an NBA assistant. And how about Kokoshkov, a homecoming in Phoenix? He and his family have maintained a house there for over a decade.
Booker against Drexler. Phillips dishes to Drexler. Shot clock at 5. The Suns need to get a shot off. His three-pointers off the mark.
A great job on the closeout, providing a lot of good D on the perimeter.
Well, that's just superb effort. And you don't allow the shooter to get into a rhythm from deep.
Phoenix leading by 3. Gay kicks to Portis, passes it to Billups. Drexler outside. No good on the 3. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Suns on top, up by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she bears herself off daily. Also because how for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up to his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
You love that they're making the offense work, right? Making every single thing they try to do hard.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Suns, Kent Bazemore is out there with Chris Dunn. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then it's Williams. And it's Vucevic in at the center position. And Doris, to try and improve the flow of the games, teams now have fewer timeouts. Players have to be faster about retaking the court after stoppages. I'm assuming you're like me, all good things, right?
I agree, Kevin, and I think what people Rick Carlisle said, listen, we need to pick up the pace of play because we'd like our games to fit in a certain time frame. And listen, when you've got the leadership at the top in Adam Silver, who always makes clear that game flow is one of his focuses and that this is an entertainment medium and let's please our fans, you're going to make the right choices.
And the second free throw, good.
What you love about Nikola Vucevic is every night you know he's going to play hard and he's going to do whatever it takes to win. You love playing with teammates like that, guys.
And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That's his first foul. Here's Hayton. Pass to Aminu. Now here's Napier. Dunn covering. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And as we have a moment now, let's take a look at the three-pointer to two-pointer shot ratio here in the postseason for the Suns.
Guys, they're a tough team to peg. You see that chart. You know, shots coming from all different areas. They do a great job of ball to determine where the shot's going to come from.
Free throw drops for Napier. Good on both.
Boy, his free throw shooting has been on the mark tonight. Nothing new there, right?
Dunn kicks to Williams. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Vucevic. It's rebounded by Houston.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his second season in the league, and he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. They're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, DA. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Bazemore finds Vucevic. Bazemore misses.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end. Boy, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
You have got to commend Powell on his positioning. I tell you, he buries himself deep, and he's going to Sky for that slam dunk.
West kicks to Ayton. West inside. He's guarded by Calderon. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And the Suns here with a different look. Chamberlain's checked in for Vucevic. Withy comes in for Dwight Powell. Clyde Drexler's checked in for Derek Williams. And Chauncey Billups is subbed in for Kent Bazemore. And then for Houston, Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Kenneth Faried. Irving comes in for West. And it's Booker in for Napier. Stolen by Withy. Here's Billups. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Billups has got his first 2 points.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shot from 12. Abdul-Jabbar misses. It's Calderon with the ball for Phoenix. They lead by 4. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Booker outside. He kicks it to Irving. From past the arc. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And a huge three there to chop the lead down as we go into the break. Still anyone's game.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Suns lead by 3. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, your offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Well, they spent a lot of time away from the basket offensively. They need to get in the paint, Ernie. Whether it's running the offense through the low post or on dribble drives, pick and rolls, get into the paint.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. A skill that doesn't show up in the box score, the drawing charge calls. In your opinion, there are, I'm sure, a lot that you think are the best at it.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, sometimes this comes at a cost physically that you have to be willing to absorb. I've seen Marcus Smart take a charge from LeBron James. That's 6'8", 250-plus pounds coming at you full speed. Walker, Draymond Green, But Kevin, you know this. When you draw a charge, you have essentially given yourself an extra possession, and you've put the opponent at a detriment because it's a foul against that player who's committed it.
Means a lot. So on the floor for Houston, West is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Irving. Then it's Kareem, and it's Bielitsa in at the four-man position. And stolen by Billups.
Slick right there. Great timing to come up with that. They are just killing them. On the interior.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And his guys are getting frustrated. Coach just really kind of needs to calm them down.
I think, Greg, they've got to continue to believe that the next shot is going to go in. He can hopefully communicate that effectively to them.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Booker. Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 25 points per game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
I think defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed, Greg. And that's why he's his team's leading scorer.
West kicks to Bielitsa. Irving against Gay. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Converts on the jumper for the easy 2. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6.
And just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
Drexler gets the bucket. And the Suns lead by 5.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.
Irving with the bounce pass. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Lays it up and banks it in. 8 points for him.
And when we talk about players who don't mind shooting with a hand in their face, Kareem's at the top of the list.
Here's Drexler and the rejection by Abdul-Jabbar. Gay against Irving. Chamberlain with the rebound. Chamberlain rebound. West against Billups. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Irving kicks to Booker. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Now he's checked in for Portis. The Rockets also changing it up. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Booker. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for West. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's a good call, Greg. They need a fresh, new approach here.
checked in for the Suns. Ayton, he's checked in for Houston. A little 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Napier. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Napier's got his second bucket of the night. The Sun. Phillips kicks to Williams. Back to Phillips. Launches a three. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Aminu. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Irving for the lead. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Drexler. Here's the teardrop. Offline. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Suns on top. They lead by 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why, Greg, great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA. And you see it right there on display.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Timeout called the Rockets. Let's go. Now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He wants to change it up defensively and get more people packed into the paint. He said they're beating us up down low. We have to put a stop to it. Let's see if they respond, Kevin.
They've got Dwight Powell, Drexler out there with Chauncey Billups. Then it's Derek Williams. And it's Chamberlain in at the pivot spot manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Now here's Napier. He's tightly guarded. Abdul-Jabbar kicks to Napier. And the pass to Ayton. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good. guarding against it.
Bounce pass from Williams. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Powell kicks to Williams. Passes to Chamberlain. It's tipped.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Phoenix making some changes. Portis comes in for Dwight Powell. And Rudy Gay is subbed in for Williams. And then for Houston, Kenneth Faried's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Devin Booker comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And West subs in for Napier. Tipped away. Billups attacking. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Pass to Ayton. West dishes to Irving. And no good. Some solid defense from Gay. And the wide open shot from Billups. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. It's trailed by 5. Booker in the corner. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Wilt, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
Phoenix with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Drexler against Booker. Drexler passes to Portis. Here's Gay. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Well, they know not to leave him open from mid-range, and they're all over him on that shot.
Money! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Fearless, decisive, on point.
Which is exactly what you have to be, especially when your team needs a bucket.
And it's easy to understand why the ball is in Gay's hands. He's prepared himself for these moments and become a clutch shooter.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 3. 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Chauncey Billups.
And the decision-making tonight has just been outstanding. If the shot hasn't been there for him, he's just kept the ball moving. And that patience is how he's gotten his field goal percentage to almost 60 here tonight.
Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for the Rockets. Bielitsa comes in for Kenneth Faried. Bielitsa passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Chamberlain with the block. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Shooting for Phoenix, Chauncey Billups. Taking 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And Billups is a clutch performer, someone who isn't afraid of taking big shots. I just love how fearless he is.
Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Boy, don't you love it. As calm as can be, seals the win with some tremendous work at the free throw line.
West kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. On the wing, Irving. Booker the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And stolen by Billups. So the Suns win it They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
you